Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN, presented by EY. The final game of series number 1 here in Rosemont at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. It's Team Mulipola trying to do what no one has done all week, and that is knock off Team Zirkle, who is 3-0. Aubrey Leach, well, she might have something to say about that. Entered the day in second, currently sits in 8th on the leaderboard. Could she make a climb into one of those captain's chairs? We will have another draft tomorrow at the conclusion of Series 1. Just 2 weeks of action packed into a very short 3 series. So much to unpack. Our innovative scoring system, that's how we get our leaderboard that Aubrey Leach is trying to conquer along with the rest. Alongside 2-time All-American Amanda Scarborough, I'm Chucky Kempf. Aubrey Leach has been one of the hottest bats that we have seen come out of the gates. Just cannot miss right now. Yeah, she's been on fire, and I love the way that she's been playing defense too. And so she started the day before the last game at the top of the leaderboard, but because Team Zirkle has been stepping up and they won the last game, there's been some shuffling around. So a lot riding on this game to see who is going to be the 3 captains going to the draft tomorrow. And we saw Team Zirkle really climb up that leaderboard, but Aubrey Leach and company hoping they can do the same in this one. Tori Vidalis in the 3-hole on Wednesday's 2 games. Their doubleheader night, she was 4 for 6, drove a run in, scored a run as well. A lot of power there with her and Mulipola in the 3-4 hole. Jordan Roberts down in that 6th spot, hit one over the scoreboard. Big time power in that Mulipola lineup. No surprises there. They will face Georgina Korick, making her 2nd start of the season. She went 3 1/3 the other day, gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. Made the joke that she threw a lot of BP in the offseason. Said, can't you tell? But I think we expect a response from her tonight. Yeah, I would assume so. She threw a lot of first pitch strikes too in her outing on Monday night at a 78% clip. Pitched really well last season, trying to bring that into this season, this game. A quick turnaround between games, about 20 minutes from the end of our first game to the first pitch here in Game 2, and Victoria Hayward will lead things off. Out of Washington, member of Team Canada for their bronze medal, the first in Canadian softball history, along with one of our co-workers, Danielle Laurie. Vic in AUX last season hit safely in 10 of 11 games. She watches strike 1 there. You'll notice the way that Georgina Korick is able to change speeds in any count, in any situation. For that changeup and a backwards count, a 2-0 hitter's count, changes speed to get back into the count. Hayward got a good barrel to that, but foul. Another changeup, doubled up on that changeup. How much do you think these pitchers, we talked to Shannon Sale when she was watching her teammate Haley Wagner, even team to team, how much do you think these pitchers are watching the other ones to try and find any sort of success? Oh, I think they're watching the games they're not playing. I think they're going back and watching their own games and also looking to see how other pitchers got other hitters out. And going back to last night and the start of the season, I mean, teams are hitting well over 300. Offenses have been hot. This Team Mulipola lineup in 3 games, hitting .310, 15 runs scored, 3 home runs. 3 home runs in 3 games, that's actually the smallest total for any team. Victoria Hayward aboard with a leadoff walk to make way for Aubrey Leach against Georgina Korick. You can hear planes always here at Rosemont Parkway Bank Sports Complex, taking off from across the street at O'Hare International Airport. First pitch to Leach, who their doubleheader night in the first game took all of 4 pitches for her to start, 3 for 3 at the plate. And she is so impressive. Got to talk to her in the game yesterday about the CrossFit training that she does. She's about to enter her 3rd year of law school. Member of Team USA. She'll head off to Dublin this summer for the WBSC World Cup qualifier. Her Team USA teammates have to be real happy with what they're seeing from her, and somebody who's already had success on that team. A lot of experience last season, and that's going to go through the 5-6 hole. Sometimes everything's working for you. And Hayward is up to third, and there goes Leach for second. We have seen her do that multiple times in this first series.
First baseman,
Ortez is more up the middle of the field, and Hayward was running on that pitch, so she took a couple of more steps towards second base to cover on the steal, and because she was taking off on the pitch, she sees that ball get through the infield and takes off immediately, and Aubrey Leach does the same with the backside runner, moving to scoring position 2.
Coric thought she had strike 1 to Tori Vidalis. Native of Texas. Said she just moved to Houston recently. Played her college ball at Texas A&M. She was really good in that doubleheader, 4 for 6 at the plate. Tori hit .317 in San Diego at AUX last season, a couple home runs, drove in 7 runs. When we give those numbers, that is a rocket toward Danielle O'Toole in the third base coaching box. When we give those numbers, Tori Vidalis driving in 7 runs, hitting a few home runs. That comes over the course of just 12 games. That misses from Georgina Coric.
A hitter that can handle a lot of different looks, a lot of different speeds, and both sides of the plate. Can hit for average, a little bit of power. Be a bad ball hitter too.
Stays with it. It's over the head of Warren into left field. Leach coming around from second. She will score, and Vidalis takes second.
Aubrey Leach got such a good jump. Vidalis gets jammed on this pitch, but Aubrey Leach was able to recognize, look at her at second base. She knows that she has such a good angle to see that that's going to get over Jesse Warren's head and out of her reach. So she was able to accelerate immediately and not stop at third, but score all the way. She turned on her burners. 2 runs and 2 RBI, Tori Vidalis.
Frustrating for Georgina Coric. But a great start for Team Mulipola, who did not enjoy their doubleheader day, much like Team Garcia going 0-2. Team Zirkle has been the outlier after they won the first of their doubleheader this evening over Team Garcia. It's a really close game, came down to the wire. Team Garcia almost came all the way from down 5 in the 7th inning.
And this first inning has felt so important in all of these games, and even going back to last season, a lot riding on this first inning because it just feels like it sets a tone for the rest of the game. If you win this first inning, your odds are high that you're going to go on to win the game.
Skied by Mulipola. The wind is a huge factor tonight, blowing in, as Andrews is already used to that, having played in that first game. To your point, Team Zirkle scored 5 runs in the first inning of game 1 tonight. The grand slam from Nadia Taylor, who picked up 60 points for an MVP 1 nomination. Nadia is all the way up to 4th on the leaderboard. The top 3 as it stands: Rachel Garcia, Andrea Filler, Taylor Edwards, who was also one of those MVPs. This is out toward Andrews, and she makes the catch for the 2nd out.
The DP, number 41.
Mulipola and Kelsey Stewart-Hunter back-to-back flyouts to left field off Coric. Here's Jordan Roberts.
Jordan Roberts hit one of those long home runs that we saw in yesterday's game. I mean, the home runs that we saw yesterday, one went over 300 feet and hers went 299 feet.
Over the scoreboard in right center field, an opposite field power. Jordan Roberts coming in, a great story out of Live Oak, Florida. Told us about her coffee shop that she opened in 2021 called Daily Cup of Joe Coffee Company. she's got big plans for it too. Wants to take it on the road, be able to move around a little bit. It's my type of side hustle.
Yeah, she's very passionate about it, loves what she does with her coffee shop. Mercer Softball actually came by and made a pit stop at her coffee shop during the softball season.
You know she loved that, getting to talk some softball. Mom is a catering business. So it's always tough when she has to leave and put the business in somebody else's hands. 3-2, ground ball left side. Warren charging on the run. Makes the throw for out number 3. Leadoff walk from Hayward. Leach singled and Tori Vidalis brought him around. 2-0 Team Mulipola. Team Mulipola taking a 2-0 lead in the top of the first, thanks to Tori Vidalis bringing around Hayward and Leach. Couple base hits for them in the walk in the first inning. And Nadia Taylor, the grand slam in the first inning of game 1. Part of 5 runs that helped Team Zirkle onto a 7-6 victory. Keep an eye out for Megan Wiggins. She's off to a great start as well. And Sydney McKinney, the tone setter, you were really impressed with in that first game. She'll lead things off against Alicia Ocasio, making her 4th appearance, 2nd start of the season, a 5.88 ERA in 8 1/3 so far out of the University of Florida. Just misses outside to start off Sydney McKinney. Ocasio seen number of times already this season as McKinney goes left side. Gano knocks it down. Not going to get the speedster McKinney.
Yeah, Alicia Ocasio has been mixing her speed so far this season. She's been able to bring it up to 68, but it's been her ability to use her off speed and her changeup that have just kept these hitters off balance. They've been looking at it and also swinging at it, getting some swings and misses in all parts of the zone. But that off-speed pitch and her changeup would have been working best to get the most swings and misses. She could just limit her walk. Saw her walk a few batters on Wednesday. Be a big deal for her.
And gets away from Mulipola behind the plate. McKinney up to 2nd. Team Zirkle already with a great response from that tone setter, Sydney McKinney. Morgan Zirkle, speaking of grand slams, if she would have hit the ball she hit in the first game tonight with the bases loaded on any other night, it would have been gone, but the wind absolutely put up a wall.
And it still is. And people watching might think that this might be a game on tape delay from like December or January, but we're live. It's June 15th in Chicago. And people are in beanies and hoodies and blankets and pretty cold.
You walk outside, it feels like mid-November.
It just doesn't feel right.
The pitcher's probably loving this tonight, though, with the wind helping them out after 16 home runs in the first 4 games. Had a couple more in game 1. You see that wind out there? It's been pretty consistently in tonight. It was swirling the other night, but for the most part, it's been straight in tonight. Zirkle taps it foul. Mia Davidson uses her bare hand in the on-deck circle.
The ball she hit off the bat with the launch angle, the exit velocity, and the incoming pitch speed would have gone 277 feet, and instead it stayed in the ballpark.
Another foul ball from Zirkle, 2-2. Her team hitting .380 entering tonight. 19 runs scored, 7 home runs. Added to those totals, 26 runs scored in 3 games. Zirkle, right center field, tailing back and gone! Victoria Hayward still has it out in center field. That is tremendous.
She went such a long way to catch that ball, knowing that she has to stay with it because of the wind and that she'd have a chance. That ball, again, should have been to the wall, if not over the wall, and she is able to stick with it, and Zirkle, unfortunately, gets robbed again. 3rd time, 2 times with a long ball, and another time with a bunt single that just rolled a little bit foul. What a play by Victoria Hayward.
Oh, you have to feel for Zirkle tonight. I mean, the points coming off the board, if that does get to the wall, she's talking double, triple, the grand slam earlier. I mean, just the individual stat points alone that Morgan Zirkle has been robbed of by Victoria Hayward, the wind, and Haley McClenny, and the turf. Mia Davidson takes ball 3 inside from Ocasio.
There's at one point in the air where I didn't think she was going to get there, and then she just turned it on, and I mean, I would be smiling about that play too. That was a beautiful diving catch out in center field by Victoria Hayward. Wow.
Shortstop, number 7, Anissa Ortez.
First and second now for Hayward and company. There's Morgan Zirkle
She's
thinking, I'm going to get you back.
I think she was looking out to center field at those flags. Like, can you turn off now? Just blowing hard in.
And it's such a factor in the first series as a whole. It hasn't been keeping the ball in the yard the first couple days of the season, but tonight it has. The other times just swirling around, causing a lot of trouble for balls hit in the air. This one's going away from Hayward. She runs that one down.
You have to overplay it so much to the right side. You know, any ball that is hit in the air as an outfielder is going to be knocked down by the wind, and then it's going to be pushed over toward the right side. Same thing with this one. Looked like it was just going to be out toward center field. It gets pushed to right center, and she still has to overplay it and run even harder to be able to secure an out.
Alicia Ocasio has to be happy with her center fielder. Leadoff single by McKinney. Walked Davidson with 1 out. Chance to get out of it here against Jessie Warren. Jessie 1 for 4, drove in a run and scored a run in game 1 tonight. Line shot through the right side. McKinney coming around from second. It gets away in right field from Mendez. Davidson coming around third. Warren is into third, and she will hold there. Well, that is big because now 2 runs across for Team Zirkle to save those first inning points.
Yeah, Jessie Warren inside outed this pitch. That was about half a ball off the plate, half a ball on the plate, and then Nicole Mendez right field, misplays it, just anticipating a play at home, gets under her glove, goes all the way to the wall. Team Zirkle answering back.
A chance for Megan Wiggins now. Watches strike one on the outside corner. Wiggins in game one, just 0 for 1. A few walks to her name. She's had some great at-bats. You pointed that out the first couple nights. She was averaging about 7 pitches per at-bat. That's continued tonight. Taps this one deep to center. Victoria Hayward getting a workout in center field and makes the catch. She records all 3 outs herself, but 2 runs across.
This one, though, this is the one you'll remember, she'll remember, and Morgan Zirkle will unfortunately remember too.
AUX is fast.
Double play!
Explosive.
That ball was absolutely crushed.
Intense.
That is unbelievable!
It's just full on excitement.
A walk-off grand slam!
It's a lot of games in a short amount of time. There's just so much energy.
Wow, that's a laser!
It's like spring training, but competing all in one.
You have to be on your game every single pitch, every single game. You have to be ready for anything.
The next pitch is coming, the next game is coming, and the next amazing play is coming.
What a night it's been! You just never know what you're going to get at AUX. Game 1 MVPs, Nadia Taylor, the 3rd ever Grand Slam in AUX history. Taylor Edwards, she had a 3-run shot, her 3rd of the season. She gets 40, and Haley Wagner, I think deservingly so, got all the way to 2 outs, 1 out away from a complete game 2-run performance in the circle, but I think that was a well-earned MVP.
Yeah, I think so too. Thought she was going to throw that complete game, and then Team Garcia just would not go away in the top of the 7th inning.
Still picked up the win for Team Zirkle, which was very important. They got 70 of a possible 120 in the win points, between the 70 for the innings and 50 for the game. And that's the best split we've had, actually, here at AUX so far. Those teams kind of sharing those points, and it all came in the top of the 7th for Team Garcia, who has to feel good about what they did tonight after that 7th inning.
Well, and that Taylor Edwards MVP also moved her up to 3rd place in the leaderboard.
Edwards in 3rd. Nadia Taylor made a big jump. Korick trying to settle into a groove against Courtney Gano. 7-8-9 here in the top of the 2nd for Team Mulipola. Just misses on the outside corner. Kano into left field, but Andrews is under it. Makes the catch for out number 1 on the fly ball.
The right fielder,
Let's see who stands atop the leaderboard. Rachel Garcia, and it's a big reason why, because of those 40-inning win points they got in the 7th inning. The question is, will she stay there? She'll need some help from Team Mulipola, but Garcia, Filler, and Edwards right now at the top of that leaderboard and potentially captains for the Series 2 draft tomorrow.
Still so much at play. These next 6 innings are critical to see who's going to be making the moves in the draft tomorrow.
Rachel Garcia set a new single game high in Athletes Unlimited history, the championship season or the AUX season, with 298 points. So if you're thinking how far can somebody move on any given night, a little more for Rachel because she pitches as well and hits, but you can have some 250-point performances to really catapult you up the leaderboard. Jackson past Warren. Hot shot, and Warren's playing about 30 feet from home plate.
And Jasmine Jackson talked about her crazy work ethic that she learned from her mom and an intensely competitive spirit from her dad, and both have made her the competitor that she is today. Props to her dad, of course, for all the softball fundamentals like that.
First pitch swinging from Hayward, that'll do it. Georgina Cora gives up the single to Jackson. Victoria Hayward trying to work things out down the first baseline.
MVP voting for Game 1 tonight.
Yankees Red Sox Sunday night baseball to finish up a 3-game series in Boston at Fenway Park, right here on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage begins 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, with baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown. Victoria Hayward, she has been busy out in center field, recorded all 3 outs in that first inning. A couple really nice plays, too.
The second inning for Team Circle, the DP 88.
Bottom of the second. Still 20 inning win points on the line. They both put up 2 runs in the first, a 0 from Mulipola in the second. And Nadia Taylor and company just need 1 run to pick up some win points.
Did you see the rosin that came off the ball that last pitch? You kind of can see it here too. So Ocasio goes straight down to the rosin and then to the ball, and because there's a little bit, I think, still on her fingers, when she lets go of it, it looks like smoke coming out of her fingers.
And Victoria Hayward is hogging all the fun right now. That's 4 of them for her.
First baseman, number 9, Andrea Filler.
Yeah, she's made all the outs.
Plenty, she's getting her steps in too. They haven't been right at her by any means, and if it was, it would not stay right out her with this wind. Andrea Filler. Out of Northwestern from Fort Wayne, Indiana. 7th on the leaderboard at AUX last season, a member of the Player Executive Committee, which is comprised of 5 players in every sport. She is on the softball PEC. 0-2, Ocasio cannot get that outside corner.
Yeah, Ocasio has some of the highest spin rates of all the pitchers that are out here this season. Her rise ball has the highest spin, about 1,900 RPMs.
Right back to her. And quickly 2 outs for Alicia Ocasio.
Number 11,
For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited AUX season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Stay tuned throughout the season to see how many trees will be planted thanks to Aspiration's support. Plenty so far. The pitchers are, well, they're probably happy for the environment, not so happy for their ERAs at the moment. Which is interesting because we talked about that coming into the year. We talked to the players about it. Everyone kind of assumes that it will be a pitcher-dominated first series, and that's not been the case.
Yeah, I'm expecting the pitchers now to get better as we go along and to learn a lot from this first series and take it into Series 2 and Series 3. Find some new ways to get some hitters out, really understand the strike zone. Slightly bigger strike zone than what you see in the college game is what will be called tonight and moving forward in the rest of the AUX season.
Based on the pitches that we have seen hit out of the ballpark, might need to extend it to the other side of the chalk on the batter's boxes.
I mean, the plate coverage is just insane with these hitters and cannot miss against them. And even when you do miss and it's out of the zone, then, and when I say miss, I mean not throw it for a strike or come over the plate, they're still able to hit it hard and hit it for distance.
3-2, Alicia Ocasio. 1-2-3 of Taylor, Filler, and Andrews. Zeros in the second. Those points roll over to the third now. 30 on the line.
Technical Sergeant Terrence Hammond. The Air National Guard's motto is always ready, always there. We proudly partner with Athletes Unlimited, who supports players who are always ready to compete for the top spot. Let's find out who climbed their way up the leaderboard rankings to earn the title of the Air National Guard's Mover of the Series.
Yeah, it's Aubrey Leach with the way that she has started out hot in this AUX season. home run, laying down bunts, hitting the ball all over the field, to the left side, up the middle, and also towards the pull side, towards the right side. But we've seen her just tear it up early in the season.
Trying to lay down the bunt this time. Jessie Warren with a nice play at third to get Aubrey Leach.
First baseman.
We'll see that Series 2 draft coming up, and we'll see if Aubrey Leach won. She still has a chance to climb all the way up there and potentially be a captain, but she's definitely on our watch list of who should be off the board quickly should she not be in the captain's chair. Got her at shortstop tonight, too. They moved her over there in the middle of the game, replacing Kaylee Clifton. They started Aubrey Leach at shortstop tonight, and that was another part of our discussion, is what, not just who's hot and who's playing well, but a lot of times you need to be at a specific position, pitcher, catcher, center field, shortstop, and Aubrey Leach is showing she can play both middle infield spots.
And that's what all these players are, too. They're just so versatile. Talked to Danielle Gibson about that, how you just can't be in one position. You got to be able to move around. I mean, unless you're Jessie Warren, then you can just play third base all the time. But so many of these players can play middle infield. They can play infield and outfield, any outfield position. And then, of course, you have pitchers who can hit for themselves and play out in defense, too.
Yeah, Jessie Warren, Haley McClenny. He's penciled them in. Center field, third base.
Yes, definitely.
I'd like to see their face if there was a lineup card where they were somewhere else.
Like, are you sure? Did we get this right? Is this a typo?
Oh, Lolipola went up and got that. We've seen that ball hit out of the park by multiple hitters, though.
Yeah, we have. And, of course, she came in as one of the former champs. You see that patch on her jersey on her left shoulder back last year in 2022, and a captain. And off to a bit of a slow start offensively. Came into this game hitting 167, just 2 hits so far, but 2 hits, and she does have 5 RBI, which lead the team coming into the game.
Always a danger of the big swing. One of the best hitters on the planet. Last summer, she was just on a different level on her way to that first ever position player to be crowned champion. Hit 9 home runs and drove in 19 in the championship season. Hit 3 home runs and drove in 11 in the shortened AUX season, which she finished 3rd at. So she's coming in off back-to-back top 3 finishes. Ground ball, Korick stabs it. The pitcher's starting to get comfortable here in Rosemont. 3 straight zeros. Deja Mulipola, look at this pitch.
That was about a ball off the plate, and she still was able to hit it for a home run.
Shannon Sale, we talked to her today. She couldn't believe it. That was the third longest smash of the season. Jessie Warren with a 304-foot blast. Jordan Roberts at 299, and Deja Mulipola on that list as well. She's back behind the plate. A captain, finished third at AUX last year, the first ever position player to be crowned champion in the championship season. And we've got Deja mic'd up behind the plate. What's life like as an Athletes Unlimited champion?
It's amazing, especially to be amongst this caliber of all the athletes that are here. I have so much fun being here in Chicago, so to be a champion amongst them is an awesome feeling. Woo!
I was going to let you throw down. Deja, what was your off season like? What were you working on, or what did you do in the off season?
I honestly left Chicago pretty in shape, so a lot throughout the year, you know, we have a 9-month off season. I was trying to maintain a lot until I got here, which a lot of us consider spring training. So I'm happy to be here, seeing some live pitches. It hasn't been a hot start for me, but we're working through it.
Well, tell us about first your pitchers that we saw, Alicia Ocasio already, and what we're going to see from Megan Faremo.
Yes, we are.
What's Faremo like in her rookie year? What do you like about her?
I love that she is always trying to learn. She's always asking questions. She always wants to improve each and every game. See you, good spot.
Deja, we appreciate you doing this for us. We're just going to listen in.
Perfect, thanks guys. Good.
I feel like it has to be so hard to be like Taylor Edwards when we spoke to her yesterday, and then Deja calling pitches while trying to talk to us and think about a new pitcher that's out in the circle and what she wants to throw early in her outing.
Good job, Meg.
Oh my goodness, how did Sydney McKinney get to that pitch? Some of these pitches that these hitters making contact with are just unbelievable.
We've seen so much up in the zone, and then the one Deja hit that we just showed you a couple moments ago that was on the paint.
I like it.
All the pitchers love throwing to Deja back behind the plate too. The way that she calls the game, the way that she receives.
I saw Alicia Ocasio go 2 innings, pretty effective too. And a switch to Faremo, the rookie out of UCLA. This is the 5th full count of the evening for Sydney McKinney in these 2 games. Timeout called.
Or it could have actually been maybe the pitch clock ran out of time. Yeah, 15-second pitch clock.
If I open my legs,
pitches.
can you see? I just can't see your fingers. Can you see it if I open wider or no? Yeah. You want it out in front.
Can I dig more on a leg?
Okay. Okay.
So they're talking shadows right now, trying to see the sign that Deja Mulipola is giving Faremo.
Megan Faremo out of UCLA in her rookie season. We've seen her kind of up and down, and that's been a lot of pitchers so far, but we've seen some really good stuff from her at times, especially in her debut in a relief role. UCLA well represented here in Rosemont. Seen Brooke Yanez. Delaney Wiz came in and hit a home run in one of her only at-bats of the season last night. Deja keeps that one in front.
You can see how up the line, too, that Courtney Gano at third base is playing. Knowing that Morgan Zirkle might lay down a bunt here, bunt situation, but man, it's risky on the hot corner. Somebody like Zirkle who can keep her feet still to swing away like that, and immediately looked up to see if Gano was going to react from her keeping her feet still, back up a little bit, and of course now 2 strikes, so makes a difference too, but constantly reading the defense.
Yes! Love it!
Just expanded it, but that's what we've seen from a lot of pitchers. You get a call on the outside corner, how far can you stretch it?
Good job! Good space!
There it is on the inside corner for out number one.
Come on! Love it!
I like how Fremo went back to this inside corner, Zirkle crowding the plate, and she was still able to sneak it in. That's something that we've seen Megan Fremo do, is challenge these left-handed hitters right on the inner half and not be afraid to go inside.
That was amid the action with Deja Mulipola behind the plate. Just incredible access we're allowed here at Athletes Unlimited, and the players are so good about it too, talking to us in the games. Got a few mic'd up tonight. Mia Davidson, Team Zirkle's catcher, trying to solve this Fremo Mulipola battery here with an 0-1 count.
That pitch right there. That's where these pitchers need to go more. Looked at the location of all the home runs that were hit in the first 4 games, and this location right here, low and away to right-handed hitters, is a location that no home runs have been hit off of yet. Another back-to-back curveballs there, going a little bit further off the plate. You're seeing Fremo have a ton of confidence with this curveball. It was the pitch that she threw to Zirkle inside as a lefty, and then the pitch that she gets Davidson chasing in the other batter's box. That is what we need to see from these pitchers to have more success.
Back to that spot.
She means business tonight. Wow.
That was right at 69 miles per hour.
Throw it again. If it's not broke, don't fix it. It goes inside with her screw on the other side. Look at her just own both sides of the plate. So much confidence in Deja Mulipola, calling pitches back behind the plate, trust in her.
Fouled straight back. It's funny that Fremo would be the one to get called on the pitch clock, because it's the first time we've seen it, and she works with such great pace.
She does.
Too far outside. The off-speed pitch, though, at 54 miles per hour.
I mean, that's a spot that you want right there, though, in an 0-2 count. Good take by Urtez to recognize that pitch and take it, but
2-2 after the leadoff walk to McKinney. Back-to-back strikeouts of Zirkle and Davidson. Fremo trying to roll those inning points over to the 4th. This is hitting to center field. Vic Hayward scoops it up. It did hit the ground. Impressive that she got it on the short hop even. First and second with 2 outs.
Number 30, Jessie Warren.
She's been tested in this game. So many balls put in play have been hit at her. Again, not a lot of time to get to that one, because in fact it was a line drive off the bat of Urtez, and does everything she can to get there. We've seen her cover a ton of ground tonight.
Big chance for Jessie Warren. RBI single her first time up. Diving is Leach, but Gano wasn't at third. And now bases loaded here in the 3rd.
Number 25, Megan Wiggins.
And the next stop on the Formula One circuit, the Pirelli Canadian Grand Prix, Sunday in Montreal. Max Verstappen is dominating this season. His teammate Sergio Perez 53 points behind him. The coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app. Wiggins pops it up with the bases loaded. Mulipola has it, and Fremo gets out of the jam.
2-2 in the first.
Those inning points keep rolling over. 40 on the line in the 4th. 2-2 and 40 inning win points on the line. They just keep rolling over between Team Zirkle and Team Mulipola. You can experience this high drama, high action AUX softball in person here in Rosemont. Join us Father's Day on Sunday at 11 a.m. and 1:30 Central Time. The first 250 fans getting an AU Dad cap. Go to auprosports.com/tickets to buy yours today. Georgina Korick has retired 9 of the last 10 batters after the first 3 batters in the game got on base. A walk double and an RBI single to plate those 2 runs in the first. She has been lights out ever since. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter will lead off this 4th inning, 5-6-7. It's this one, shallow center field. McKinney is going to go back and grab it from her spot at second base for out number 1.
I mean, that wind has just not let up all night. It's been relentless. You know what it's like to be out at a ballpark or watching a game or outside in general, and the wind just doesn't let up. It's brutal.
See the flags, they have not stopped once. And it's not the swirling we had on the first 2 nights. It is straight in from dead center.
It's a pitcher's best friend right now.
It's upstairs to Jordan Roberts. 1-1 count for Korick. And this is more like what we expected from Georgina Korick. After a little bit of a rough start to her season. She's viewed, though, as one of the top arms in Athletes Unlimited. That's how Morgan Zirkle views it, at least, because she picked her first overall in the Series 1 draft. "56 degrees right now, by the way.
Oh, my goodness. This Texas girl just doesn't even know what's happening right now.
Yeah, I'm just glad you brought the space heater. There's Zirkle, who keeps looking up at the flags thinking, how many times are you going to cost me?
Yeah, Haley McClenny told us when she was in center field, about once a batter, she'll take a look up at the flags, make sure it's still blowing the same way. Good intel from center fielders out there.
Zirkle peeks over there just about every pitch, too. She's also jumping up and down, I think, trying to stay warm a little bit.
Goodness.
13 to 23 mile per hour gusts. Great pitch from Korick to get Roberts swinging.
Off-speed pitch at 56 miles an hour, and the bottom just falls out of it. Her changeup, love that pitch, getting a big home run hitter, and Jordan Roberts out in front of that pitch, sold it, got the K.
There's the leaderboard, the top 10. Rachel Garcia hanging on right now, and really her path to a captain's chair, along with Taylor Edwards, who is more of a long shot, would be a dominant performance from Team Mulipola, because so many of those players are further down on the leaderboard because of their struggles as a team last night. Rachel Garcia needs Team Zirkle to have some struggles in this game if she wants to be picking her own team. Andrea Filler over at first base, she's in second place. If her team has success, she's got a really good path to a captain's chair for the first time. Filler, currently the director of ops for Northwestern Softball. She's going to play for Team Italy this summer, along with Erica Piancastelli, who will be back here in the championship season. Gano lets that one go for ball 2.
A lot of summer, or a lot of softball still to be played this summer internationally, and then of course the championship season start at the end of July here.
For a lot of these players, if you're on an international team right now, this is the beginning of non-stop softball all the way through September, basically, as Ortez takes care of it. Pitcher's duel in Rosemont. You heard that correctly. Amanda Scarborough loves it. The College World Series in Omaha. Double elimination format starts tomorrow. Oral Roberts, TCU at 2 Eastern, 1 Central, and then the nightcap. 7-seeded Virginia taking on the 2nd-seeded Florida Gators under the lights at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Both games on ESPN and ESPN Plus, so you can watch anywhere. Megan Faramo, UCLA. She was just a youngster for the Bruins, made it to Oklahoma City, won a national championship. Rachel Garcia leading the way. Alongside Amanda Scarborough, I'm Chucky Kempf. Savannah Collins is down on the field, doing a great job tracking down all the info for us this week and the rest of the season here in Rosemont. This is just Series 1, 2 more to go, but it's going to come at you very fast. Let's go down to Savannah Collins, who has more on Nadia Taylor.
Not only has Nadia really been a spark plug for this team in the batter's box tonight, but it is in the dugout where she really gets her team going. If there's anybody leading a funky cheer who's remixing the lyrics to the ones that you may have sang when you played travel ball, it's Nadia. And I talked to her after the game. How important is that for a team that has to play a doubleheader, who, you know, is trying to keep the momentum on their side? And she just said she thinks it makes a difference, that in this league where things can go up and down, you're fighting for every inning. You have to constantly kind of keep that energy, keep the juju on your side to be able to come out, win every inning, and then hopefully win the game too. That's been Nadia for this Blue squad all weekend.
She just has such a great presence and personality, and there's no doubt she connects to the players that she coaches on the college level just the same way. Grand slam earlier tonight. Ground ball up the middle. Play a little small ball too with the grounder.
Yeah, that grand slam was so important in their win. In the game before this, it was on the first pitch that she saw from Rachel Garcia, up trying to get up and in on her hands, and she sent it way out of here. Part of a 5-run first inning for Team Zirkle last game. Seen the ball well, sat back on that changeup to find herself at first base.
A little Euro step across home plate for the former basketball player too there. She just tied Andrea Filler for 2nd place on the leaderboard with 430 points. And look who it is. It is Andrea Filler. Outside corner from Faramo, who's done a great job working the corners. They are just 30 points back of Rachel Garcia for the top spot. There are 40 points on the line right now in this inning after all those rollover points. One, two. Swing and a miss from Faramo to get Filler. 3rd strikeout for Faramo. Well, Athletes Unlimited and Topps have unveiled the first ever set of trading cards that feature all 4 Athletes Unlimited sports combined in one set. It's a 200-card base set that features 185 athletes from the 2022 seasons and are available at major retailers such as Target, Barnes & Noble, hobby shops, and through Topps.com and Fanatics.com.
Interesting matchup here now with the pinch hitter Delaney Wiz, who hit a home run off of her old teammate Megan Faramo. They were both at UCLA. Her first hit of the AU season was that home run.
Is it revenge time for Megan Faramo? Behind in the count, 2-0. Popped up. This is a long way. The wind is pushing it and pushing it. And what a catch by Vidalis. And that might look routine, a pop-up in foul territory, but that ball was moving.
Tasia Mulipola is talking it out with Tori Vidalis right now. That ball was so high, and you could tell Tori Vidalis took a little peek down to see if Tasia Mulipola was going to catch it or if she needed to take it, but somehow she came away with that ball and her glove for an out.
The tongue out, big smile on her face. I mean, really, what a catch. So that was skied, and you could just see it curving toward the netting.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh. Back to the top of the order. Second time through for Faremo now. She entered in the third inning, replacing Alicia Ocasio, and so far the two have combined to really spin it through 3 2/3. That's fouled away for strike one. We talk a lot about the hitters not seeing live pitching. How much different? Because we assumed the pitchers would start off a little bit quicker. They're starting to get into a groove, it seems like. Take us through the pitcher side of that when you haven't seen live hitters for a little bit.
Yeah, it's different just because you want to be able to see the outcome of your pitches, to know not only where you want to locate it, but the exact speed that you want to throw it to get it just right, and of course the exact location too. And just different once you enter a game, it becomes a chess match versus just throwing to a catcher and feeling like your pitches are working, as Sydney McKinney takes another walk there.
Center fielder, number 18,
McKinney has reached all 3 times in this one. She was 3 for 4 at the plate in the first one as far as getting on base, had a walk in that one as well. So 3 walks tonight for her. Those alone are worth 24 points on the leaderboard. She's one to keep an eye on right now, sitting in the 9th spot on the leaderboard. Strike one on the outside corner to Morgan Zirkle. She's currently 20th on the leaderboard and most likely not going to be back in the captain's chair, but man, hats off to what she did as far as building a team this week. A chance to go 4-0 if they can win tonight.
Well, you know she wants a hit here. Lots of points, spreading. That runner in scoring position right now, 2 outs. And Morgan Zirkle has just not had luck to go her way. But at some point, you know, as a player, as a fan, as a coach, that tide is going to turn. Come back on you.
Victoria Hayward is part of that unlucky streak Zirkle's on. It's into the turf. 3-1 the count now for Faremo. Taylor on second, McKinney on first, and 2 outs. Zirkle hit .385 last season. She's a .355 career hitter in 4 seasons of Athletes Unlimited. Currently the assistant coach at Miami University. The last 5 years, 3 straight MAC titles. They won 2 games this year, actually just down the road in the Evanston Regional. Their season ended at the hands of Northwestern. Line shot up the middle, in comes Hayward. Taylor coming around, and she will score! 40 points for Team Zirkle as they take the inning points here in the 4th.
Told you, she's not the one that's going to shy away from a little bad luck that's been on her side so far. She's going to make it happen for her team and for herself, like she's done her entire career. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. The captain, Morgan Zirkle, is the one that gets the hit to push Nadia Taylor across as she dives in for that run and 40 points.
And a look to the heavens in celebration that somebody didn't reach a glove out and somehow stab that one for Morgan Zirkle. 3-2, they lead it. And the scoreboard is about to get a makeover, excuse me, the leaderboard is about to get a makeover. Nadia Taylor and Andrea Filler will both jump over Rachel Garcia. They'll be tied for first with 470 points at the conclusion of this inning.
Well, and Team Zirkle has been so good at scoring with 2 outs. Another 2-out hit, another 2-out RBI. 4 for 7 tonight with 2 outs.
Quick conversation for Mulipola and Faremo. We heard them when Deja was mic'd up that Faremo couldn't see the signs, so they were trying to figure that out. Pac-12 duo, Deja out of Arizona, Ramo out of UCLA.
And again, Chucky, more credit to Sydney McKinney. Took the walk, passed the bat to Morgan Zirkle. Her walk moved Nadia Taylor in scoring position.
And we were talking after the game, once we saw the MVPs, you would have had her as one of your MVPs, and it wasn't the gaudiest of stat lines, but just the tone setter and making some big plays and big moments.
So hard to pick. I mean, there's so many great players, especially from last game, but just felt like she had some pretty impactful moments in that game. Maybe not as loud as the Grand Slam or some other things. They're all deserving, you know, just how are the votes going to shake out?
That's what's so tough about the hitter getting those MVP points in this league, because it seems like so many great hitters in every game making some big swings. Davidson walks. How big of an at-bat is this for Anissa Urtez with 2 outs and the bases loaded?
And it looked like after that leadoff hit by Nadia Taylor, then quickly Megan Framo got 2 outs. I'm telling you, it was that Sydney McKinney walk to pass the bat. Some of these planes are louder than the others, don't you think?
That's right, and they are.
Those international planes that are going somewhere nice and maybe on vacation.
Mm-hmm. I think that's where you're heading, actually. A little jealous. 0-2. Faremo trying to get out of the jam. Too far outside, got away from Mulipola. Here comes McKinney, the tag, not there. And McKinney comes across. And there she is again.
Such good instinct Sydney McKinney has at the plate on defense, and also when she's running bases, being able to see this get just a little bit away from Mulipola, and she just goes. Even took maybe a lean or a step back towards third and tried to recover.
And the very next pitch popped up left side. Gano takes care of it. 2 very important runs coming across in the 4th. 40 inning win points for Team Zirkle. We'll take a look at that leaderboard when we come back. Aspiration committed to planting 10 trees for everyone scored during this year's AUX season. Morgan Zirkle. That's a big swing right there.
Runner in scoring position, 2 outs, 40 points on the line. The captain, it comes through and finally gets one to fall for a hit, and an important one in this game for the leaderboard.
Yeah, there is the leaderboard. Updated, Nadia Taylor and Andrea Filler, after those inning points are calculated, sit in the top 2 spots, tied at 470 points. Rachel Garcia in 3rd, but her night is done, so a lot of people around her. Team Zirkle, Aubrey Leach is down in 9th. They could still climb up there. A lot of softball to be played here in the top of the 5th. Nicole Mendez 0 for 1, grounded out to McKinney at second base. Georgina Korick gave up 2 runs in the first inning. The first 3 batters reached. Another tough one. Davidson, that's a nice grab. Yankees Red Sox Sunday night baseball to cap the 3-game series at Fenway Park. Both of them need some wins in the AL East right now to climb up that race. Tampa's leading the way. That's on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown. Jasmine Jackson, back-to-back singles in this game. She's 2 for 2. She was the last batter to reach against Georgina Korick.
Yeah, and both of her singles coming off at the first pitch. 2 singles, 2 pitches seen.
Jazz doing her dance at first base. She's a little bit of a dancer, writes some poetry. She can do a little bit of everything. Played for Team USA for a few years. She's got a gold medal at the 2016 World Championships, 2017 Pan American Games. Turns it over to the top of the order for Victoria Hayward with something to work with 1 out. Cora can't get the call there. Davidson tried to frame it, but ball 2.
How about the fact that Victoria Hayward has had the same walk-up song since 2010, Wait Your Turn by Rihanna. It's 13 years strong.
Through the 5-6 hole. Stick with what's working.
Exactly.
What was your walkout song? Walk-up song?
I didn't really care. I just always had somebody else pick one for me.
Really?
So I actually don't remember because I just didn't care. I know I'm a loser.
I'll give you a pass.
I know.
You're gonna have to come up with one though. Just
I know. I'll pick Wait Your Turn.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And Sheer Vicks.
Aubrey Leach, 1 for 2. The double and the run scored on the Vidalis single.
How about I love the reason that Aubrey Leach chooses to wear number 75. She was always number 10 growing up because of her dad, who's a former Marine, but 10 was already taken. So her dad, Todd, proposed the Marine Corps' birthday, November 10, 1775, and that's why she chose number 75.
Oh, he is enjoying what he has seen from her so far this season. It's doing her well.
Good.
Coaching, still in school, playing for Team USA. At the top of the leaderboard coming into the day. Still going to be in a really good spot regardless of the result tonight.
Yeah, she'll be in high demand if she doesn't end up in the top 3.
Asked her about her day-to-day routine, and it's listening to that and the fact that she can do everything that she does at the level she does it at. Just a special human being to get it all done like that.
It's impressive. Busy summer, too. She'll be here, then go to Dublin, and then come back for the championship season.
3rd year of law school starting soon. Worked a full count here against Georgina Korick. Jasmine Jackson trying to start a rally here. As Leach fouls that away. Mentioned Jackson was the last one to reach off Korick. That was back in the 2nd inning. Georgina retired 8 straight before Jasmine Jackson and Victoria Hayward's back-to-back singles. That one gets away from Korick, so bases loaded for Aubrey Leach and company.
Big opportunity right here for Tori Vidalis.
The fireworks are a little early right now over at the entertainment district here in Rosemont. Tori Vidalis would love to add to those. Swinging first pitch inside, foul ball.
Be kind of fitting, huh? Grand Slam is just going to be hard to pull off tonight with that wind blowing so hard in, but find a little alley, find a little gap, get a couple more RBI.
Dallas inside, Danielle O'Toole keeps inching further down the left field line, the facilitator for Team Mulipola.
Yeah, they played together on Team Mexico, so familiar with how much power Tori Vidalis has, especially on the pull side.
O'Toole is going to be in left field pretty soon. Outside, ball one. Drama building, the fireworks going off, and Tori fouls another one away. I think we're getting into the finale of the show, maybe. Let's see, is it a little foreshadowing? Just one out. The 2 runs across for Team Zirkle to secure the 40-inning win points. And Corrick staying in on the hands of Tori Vidalis.
Yeah, she is just not letting her hands get to that pitch. Corrick's not throwing that pitch a little bit off the plate. It's spinning.
Let's see if Mia Davidson, Georgina Corrick keep going to the inside here. Tori not making it easy. She's also on the PEC, the Player Executive Committee. Tori has 4 top 20 finishes in her 4 seasons of Athletes Unlimited softball. Highest was 8th back in the inaugural season 2020. Another foul ball to the right side this time.
That was the last minute. I'm going to need to get rid of this pitch. This is going to be too close for me to take. She had taken one earlier in the at-bat, the kind of borderline. Saw Danielle O'Toole kind of clinch up a little bit, thinking it could have been called a strike, but what a good at-bat here by Tori.
That's down low, ball 2. It continues. She's fouled off 5 pitches in this at-bat. Jackson, Hayward, and Leach on the base paths. Plenty of speed for Vidalis, who watches ball 3 upstairs. Eighth pitch of the at-bat, 80th overall. That's fouled back. That was number 9 in the at-bat.
Still going. Just when you thought it was the finale, it's like we get another finale of the fireworks.
3-2. Off speed, bouncer. Can they turn 2? McKinney, no! Vidalis beats it, and a run comes across. And the lead is down to 1.
Great at bat by Tori Vidalis there to just fight off some pitches. An important part there, of course, you want the hit to the outfield to find a gap, but secondary thing is just to put the ball in play, not to strike out. By putting the ball in play, you push across a run. Good hustle down the line.
Gives her captain a chance here. Deja Mulipola. The tying run on 3rd. The go-ahead run on 1st. The fireworks just down the road. Chopper Corrick gets out of it, strands a pair, gives up 1, but Team Zirkle still leads. 4-3 Team Zirkle over Team Mulipola, who are trying to collect the inning win points in the 5th with that 1 run put up. Let's go down to Savannah Collins and check in.
Thanks, Chucky. Right now, I am joined by Kelsey Stewart-Hunter's travel ball team that she coaches. They have traveled all the way from Wichita, Kansas to support their coach tonight. So I had to ask, what is Kelsey like as a coach versus a player?
Kelsey, she's very energetic, and as a coach, she'll push you to get where you want to go. But as a player, she's really cool to watch, and it's really fun seeing her be loud and energetic, and I like that. So,
yeah, sitting here with you guys, just getting to see her play. You've seen her in the coach role. What is it like watching her and going, that's my coach playing pro softball right now?
I think it's a really cool opportunity to watch our coach who's been teaching us all these things and how to be better as a player and a person, and then having her achieve her goals here and us watching her and supporting her.
Totally. I know it has to mean the world to have the biggest fan section at this game tonight. Thanks, y'all, for joining me. I appreciate it. Back to you, Chucky.
Thanks, Savannah. That is just so awesome, all the way from Wichita, Kansas, to watch Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, who is a native of Wichita, Kansas, but played her college ball at Florida. Won a national championship, back-to-back national championships in 2014 and 2015. Two-time first-team All-American, an SEC Player of the Year. Didn't play last summer. She was having her son Trace, who will be 10 months old next week. But she is excited to be back and said being a mom is the best.
He's a little cutie.
This is hit high, and it's starting to move a little bit up there for Hayward, who's coming in and makes the catch for the first out. Well, Omaha, it all kicks off tomorrow. The 8-team double elimination format. Oral Roberts and TCU at 2 Eastern, Virginia and Florida at 7 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Plus. You can watch it anywhere. Wild ending in the Texas-Stanford game to send Stanford back to Omaha on the fly ball that just got lost in the lights.
So both Stanford baseball and softball made it to the World Series. I think Tennessee is also in there. Were there any other double dip teams? Let's see.
I'm trying to think of the field. I don't know that there were, actually. Stanford softball, they're in a pretty good spot right now. I think they like what the future looks like for them.
Yeah, made it to the semis this year. Aja Kennedy just had such a good World Series.
We talked about a little bit earlier, but the big news today, officially official now. Jordy Ball said she would transfer a couple days ago from Oklahoma and said she would go back to her home state of Nebraska. Did not specify, although I think everyone assumed it would be the University of Nebraska, and Rhonda Revelle got to watch that announcement on Twitter today, and Jordy Ball announcing she would officially be a Husker.
Yeah, she looked happy in that photo, and her coaches looked real happy. I'm sure they're thrilled to have her. She is a game changer for a program.
And I think undeniably the biggest transfer in the history of the transfer portal.
Yeah, it has to be. Rhonda Revelle, and now she gets to pitch with Lori Sipple, our pitching coach there.
A buddy of mine texted me today, actually just a few hours ago, and said, did you see Jordy Ball's coming to Nebraska? And he went to Nebraska, so he's fired up. And misses outside to Megan Wiggins from Faramo 3-2. So we have a fantastic game on the field, and we have the longest fireworks display maybe in history going on down the street here in Rosemont. That's what you've been hearing. That's too far outside. Wiggins.
And it happens every Thursday night. This has to be the grand finale. That's it right there. You caught it. The last ember is falling.
I just lasted a full inning. Maybe
was it
longer.
inning and a half? Yeah, I can't remember. Whew.
Yeah, Rosemont knows how to do it right. Alongside Amanda Scarborough and Chucky Kemp, Savannah Collins down working on the field and in the stands. Great crew here in Rosemont. Casey Carter, our producer, Sydney Boxell, our director. Nadia Taylor hits that one into the parking lot foul, 1-1. Nadia tied for first right now with Andrea Filler, so the tie could be broken at any point. It will have to be stat points or MVP points to break the tie at the top of the leaderboard since they're on the same team as it stands. Taylor's up, Filler's on deck. Just one out here with Wiggins on first. Megan Williams is in fourth place. Just 22 spots off the leader spot. Swing and a miss from Taylor, 1-2. Here it is, and we are going to really start to keep an eye on this as we get into Series 2, coming up in just a few days. Swing and a miss. Faremo gets Taylor for another strikeout and out number 2.
Curveball has been working for her on both to lefties and righties.
See Faremo there on the leaderboard just went up +4, and that moved her ahead of Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Off speed misses low to Andrea Filler, who with a base hit would be the leader.
Andrea Filler has just worked really hard coming into the season. Talked about after Monday night's game when she went off how much BP that she's taken and continues to take off of Alex Ibarra, one of the facilitators here, men's fast pitch pitcher.
And he does such a great job too. Helping out any way he can. They'll text him, say, hey, I need some BP, and he'll make sure he's there for him to throw. Nobody is going to throw more pitches over the next couple of weeks than Alex, I think.
Can show them a bunch of different spins too and movement.
Still plays men's fast pitch as well. So this is going to get into the stands.
Well, and that's the great part, is that they can go to him and say, okay, I know I'm going to face Megan Faremo or Rachel Garcia or whoever it is. And they say, okay, I want you to show me a rise ball at this speed, at this location, just like Rachel Garcia is going to give me, or Megan Faremo. And he can try to emulate their spin and speed, try to get them some reps and looks.
To Faremo. So the top of the leaderboard stays the same. 10 points for everybody on Team Mulipola, though, and 2 innings to play here in a tight one.
In the circle for Team Circle, now pitching number 44, Carrie Everly.
Back in Rosemont, Team Circle up 4-3 on Team Mulipola with 2 innings to play. Let's go into the game with Air National Guard.
When you go to the side, that's you trying to get your pant leg, right?
Well, I'm going like that to show you the pitch, and then I'm trying to tap, so then you know.
Okay,
But I'm just trying to like give you the fingers.
I saw them a lot better. Thank
Okay.
you. Aubrey.
Leach.
Aubrey.
Leach.
When I say Aubrey, you say Leach. Aubrey.
Leach.
Aubrey.
Leach.
Donna.
Reach.
On your
Beach.
peach. On the
They ran out of words to rhyme with Leach.
But the funny thing is that they said peach, which her grandma was a Rockford
There
peach,
you go.
right?
I like it.
So I don't know
Okay.
if they knew that when they said that, but that worked out great.
Yeah, I like it. They get Kelsey Stewart-Hunter with the first pitch there.
The designated player, number 41, Jordan
Carrie
Roberts.
Eberly, the new pitcher, replacing Georgina Korick, who was really impressive, but a different look here with Eberly out of Oklahoma State.
Yeah, just doing everything they can to keep this lead and show these hitters a different look late in the game. And Carrie Eberly came into the last game, but didn't have to throw a lot at all. Been looking good lately.
Yeah, has been exclusively used out of the bullpen and has looked really confident early in this season, and you can bet that her name will be quick off the draft board. She was in our top 6 that we put together tonight in a little mock draft as we get set for the Series 2 draft, which will take place tomorrow. And as it stands, Nadia Taylor, Andrea Filler, and a name to still be decided will be the 3rd captain. None of those are official as Roberts sends that through the right side. This was coming into tonight assuming that Garcia, Leach, and Filler would be captains, but based on the numbers, Rachel Garcia will not be a captain for Series 2, but just some of the names that we thought might go quickly.
Yeah, and if any of those 3 that coming into today were in the top 3 are not captains, then they pretty much instantly, I think, end up in that shuffle of top picks with the way that they've been playing.
Hard to deny Carrie Eberly. Haley Wagner was so good for 6 2/3. Pinch runner for Jordan Roberts over at first is Alicia Ocasio, the multi-talented Alicia Ocasio. Just trying to sort things out right now on the lineup card. Charles Blackwell, Jim Cooper, and Alex Leap are umpires tonight. Don't forget, history will be made. Athletes Unlimited bringing the first ever professional softball games to the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville, North Carolina, August 9th at 4:30 and 7 Eastern on ESPN2. Don't miss it. Some of these athletes here at Athletes Unlimited played Little League Softball. Gano swinging first pitch, fouls that off her leg.
It's going to be so cool for those young athletes to just see these pro players in person, and I just think they're going to be in awe of watching them up close.
You know how special that atmosphere is. Little League World Series and Softball World Series, always such a unique event. That one misses upstairs.
Well, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, the Little League Softball Championship game is on ABC this year. A lot of games on ESPN as well. It'll be later in August.
A lot of good softball to be played this summer on our ESPN family of networks. Gano sprays that one foul. Ocasio can run pretty well at first base. She is the tying run right now for Team Mulipola. 1-2 entering this one. Team Zirkle 3-0 here in this first series. Into the turf, Mia Davidson. We talked a lot about her bat. She has been really impressive behind the plate as well.
I've been able to keep a lot of these pitches in front, and she's caught both games of the doubleheader, right? Just checking to see if she maybe slipped out at some point, but she's been back there for 13 innings up to this point.
Inside, fooled Gano. She goes down on strikes for out number 2.
It's a drop ball, and it's more up in the zone, and it's off the plate. Good pitch location by Carrie Eberly. That's That drop ball is her bread and butter pitch. Everything goes off of that pitch when she goes to her rise ball and her curve ball. And she's tall too, so she has the ability to start that drop ball higher up in the zone and still be able to get that down break to it.
That one really dipped. Pinch hitter Kaylee Clifton replacing her Oklahoma teammate Nicole Mendez, who was 0 for 2. Clifton's first chance of the night out of Wayne, Oklahoma. Takes strike one on the outside corner. Kaylee Clifton, an avid snowboarder, has her own board and everything. Snowboarding, skiing, either of those for you?
Yeah, I do a little skiing, but all about the après ski, I think, for me.
Okay.
And little snacks and hanging out after you ski, little après ski. Yeah, it's more
I like
up my
that.
alley.
I like snacks, yeah.
I know you do. I do know that about you.
That did not take long to learn. Left side, great play by Warren, but fell out of her glove. Still quick to first to get Clifton. Eberly retires 3 of 4. And off we go. A close one coming down to the wire here to cap off series number 1.
Quick reactions by Jessie Warren in a couple of different ways to move toward the hole and knock that ball down and then still stick with it and make the throw to first base.
4-3 Team Zirkle over Team Mulipola. 10 more inning win points on the line here after Carrie Eberly held Team Mulipola scoreless in the top of the 6th. Series 1 coming to an end. The first of 3 series over a 2-week time frame here in Rosemont to crown a champion. A lot of names, really everybody, still in this. Your first week in the booth for Athletes Unlimited. What stands out about this second season of AUX?
I think for the pitchers that a changeup is incredibly important. Speaking of, seen a lot of those pitches work to keep hitters off balance, and then for the hitters that they're able to handle the up and in stuff. I mean, that's my takeaway, is just seeing their swings on pitches that are up and in on their hands, especially the righties. I think that we've seen some amazing defensive plays too early in the season. Especially with this wind, it's not been easy to handle at all, and that wind has been around all week long.
Sis Bates, Victoria Hayward, Jessie Warren, Sydney McKinney has been one of the eye-openers. Not that we didn't know she had this, but first season as a pro, first couple days as a pro. She's been really impressive. Delaney Wiz, second look at her former teammate, Megan Faramo, who she hit the home run off of earlier this week. And here goes Wiz again, deep down the left field line. Jackson back and makes the catch.
Second baseman, number 20.
Shaking her head right there. The wind is big trouble for these outfielders. And the Formula One circuit heads to Canada, the Canadian Grand Prix Sunday in Montreal. Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez atop the leaderboard, the two Red Bull teammates. Coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app. You going to Vegas?
I will watch it on TV.
Okay.
Vegas is going to be a mess.
It's going to be a lot of fun watching F1 go to Vegas. Peyton St. George, a new pitcher. We'll be right back.
St. George. St. George on relief of Paramo.
Top of the order coming up here for Team Zirkle with one out here in this bottom of the sixth inning. Plenty to be decided, just a one-run game. 20 more inning win points in the sixth and seventh, plus the 50 for the game on the line. And we will not know who these captains are until the conclusion of this one, and it could come down to MVP voting as well here in Series 1 as we look at Peyton St. George making her second appearance of the season. It's the ground ball of McKinney for the second out.
St. George can give a lot of different looks. Her changeup has looked really good, but move the ball up with her rise ball, move the ball down with a little drop ball.
There's her numbers in the championship season last year when she made her professional debut out of Duke. First ever to sign with that program. And an avid pickleball player as well. Since she bought her own paddles, she's getting into it.
She's very into it. A lot of these players are. Pickleball's fun.
They went over, you should have went with them. I think they went over to the gym the other day after their workout and played some pickleball. Led Duke to their first ever super regional in the young history of that program, which is looking like it's going to be a very good one. Consistent success. Peyton St. George, she's one of the pitchers we got a chance to talk to quite a bit. Shannon Sale made a similar comment about throwing a pitch to Deja Mulipola. Actually, the pitch before the home run that Deja hit, Shannon Sale threw right down the middle, and she said, right when that landed in the glove, I thought, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Heard that from Peyton St. George too. No problems there though. 2 batters, 2 outs. 7th inning we go. Series 2 continues Sunday at 1 and 3:30 Eastern on ESPNU. We'll have new teams, new captains, and a lot to play for as the season rolls on quickly. This inning right here is huge. 20 inning win points on the line, 50 for the game. Team Zirkle has taken 40 of a possible 50 so far. The big number to think about right now, if you're tracking players on Team Mulipola's team, yesterday in their doubleheader, there were 240 possible win points in those two games. They took 10 total. That is one inning. If they lose this inning here, they would lose the win points for the game. They would lose these final two innings and only get 10 in this one as well. What's that mean for the leaderboard? They only have 3 players in the top 30.
Man, imagine where Aubrey Leach would be with some team points. Right now she's at 8.
It just shows you how impressive she's been to do it so much with those individual stat points, some MVP points.
Yeah.
Good chance for some first-time captains.
It's exciting.
Taylor, Filler, and Wiggins are the top 3 right now on this Team Zirkle roster. There's Aubrey Leach looking on. Jackson, base hit. Jasmine Jackson swinging a hot bat, 3 for 3 tonight.
Coming around both defensively and offensively. Out of the 9 spot, Jackson having a night. You mentioned, though, the shuffling around, Chucky, and makes it really interesting if we play the bottom of the 7th inning, because a lot of the players who are fighting for points have a chance for one more AB, in particular Megan Wiggins and Jessie Warren.
These captain's chairs coming down to the wire. This is AUX, and we play that video when they talk about what AUX is, and it's no joke. It is intense. The individual stat points leaders, things that you can impact on your own, base hits, the pitchers getting outs, things of that nature. The leaders here in this first series, Aubrey Leach is 2nd, behind Rachel Garcia, and Taylor Edwards is 3rd. She had 3 home runs in Series 1. Hayward and Leach, a dangerous combination here at the top of this order. Carrie Eberle behind in the count to Hayward, 2-0. Inside, can't get the call, and Carrie kind of opens her glove thinking, where was that?
Yeah, because there haven't been many missed pitches, but that one was. That should have been a strike. This caught half ball on, half ball off.
That one is in there for strike 1 on the 3-0 count. Carrie has been lights out in her relief appearances here in this first series. Finished the job against Team Garcia, getting the final out in the 7th inning earlier tonight.
Yeah, they had a chance to finish the game in the top of the 7th inning earlier, and now they have another chance to do the same thing. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can finish it, not having to play that bottom of the 7th inning, if they can just finish it right here and gain some extra points.
You missed out on 40 points because of that 7th inning. Still picked up the win, but could have had a lot more. Hard hit, knocked down by Ortez, but it squirts through into the outfield a little bit. And it's 1st and 2nd with nobody out.
It's a well-hit ball to Ortez, who's playing up in the baseline, respecting the speed of Victoria Hayward, and that ball got on her quickly, and she's mad at herself about just not being able to field it cleanly and at least get an out at second base. Now 2 on with nobody out for Team Willie Pola.
And not who you want to see right here, Aubrey Leach. takes strike one on the inside corner.
Aubrey been doing squats. Aubrey Peach.
Too far outside. Speed out there on the base paths too. Leads the league, 8 hits this season. Just playing in her 4th game, 4 doubles, a home run, has driven in 3. Too far outside, 2-1.
Carrie Eberle falling behind the last 2 hitters that she's faced now, Hayward and now to Leach.
Ground ball right side, hops up on McKinney, goes to second, Ortez to first, not in time. First and third now with 1 out for Eberle.
The first baseman, 29, Tori Vidalis.
Somewhat of a productive out there for Leach, moving the runner into scoring position, well, further into scoring position at third base for Tori Vidalis. Tori drove in the first 2 runs of the game for Team Mulipola back in the 1st inning. Ground ball, Eberle holds Jackson. She's going to toss it to first, but it took too long, and Jackson comes across to score. The tying run for Team Mulipola.
The thing that you'll notice about Carrie Eberle is that the way that she'll throw it to first base is always going to be underhand, not a ton of confidence in her overhand throw, and because of that, Jackson knows it. They know and understand each other. Turned her back on Jackson. The minute that she started to run that way to give the underhand toss was Jackson's release to be able to score and tie up this game. And so it will come down to the bottom of the 7th inning for a lot of points on the line, and to some last at bats to see who's going to be captain.
Now the game on the line as well, tied at 4 apiece. What a finish to Series 1. Deja Mulipola, who a lot of people would say is due right now from what we're used to seeing from her. Eberle behind in the count again, 3-0. Saw Korick get the start for Team Zirkle. Eberle enter for her. That one misses. 4-pitch walk to Deja Mulipola. Haley Wagner and Shannon Sale, the options. Wagner started game 1, went 6 2/3. No one's in the bullpen at the moment. There are 2 outs for Eberle. Started off Jasmine Jackson. The leadoff single. 3 for 3 in this one. She might be making a case for some MVP points at the end of this. $70 points up for grabs at the end of this one. There's the top 10 as it stands. Nadia Taylor, who has the tiebreaker. If you go down the list, they're on the same team, so they share win points currently. It goes to MVP points, which Nadia leads Andrea Filler at, which is why she is in that top spot currently, even though they're tied at 470.
So if I'm doing math right, too, Aubrey Leach still has a chance, right?
Absolutely.
To finish top 3, yeah. All the way down at the 8th spot right now, but she stands to be the go-ahead run at second base, too, right now.
And with 70 points, if they were to win this game and these inning points, that'd be worth 70, and that'd take her above everybody right now. Eberle gets the outside corner to Stuart Hunter. Her travel ball team in the stands all the way from Wichita. What a moment this would be for them to watch their coach come through. 0 for 3 tonight. Outside, thought about it. Talking to Mia Davidson behind the plate, 2-2. Big cut there, fouls it back. Jordan Roberts on deck. She hit the long ball last night over the scoreboard. Too far outside, full count. Hasn't quite been able to find that outside corner. Big pitch from Eberle. Inside, ball 4.
And Jordan Roberts has real power opportunity at the plate. Saw her hit a home run yesterday, and check out this bomb. This went 299 feet over the scoreboard. This is the power that she is capable of, and now she comes up with the bases loaded.
They've responded to tie the game, to potentially take the inning win points, but they want the whole pizza right here. 1-0, hit into right center field. It is down. 2 runs will score. Here comes Stuart Hunter, and the base is clear on the single from Jordan Roberts.
Looked like the exact same swing path, exact same trajectory off of her bat, just not the exact same distance. This pitch was inside, and she sawed off just a little bit, but she's so strong, and that wind is blowing hard in. So this should have probably gone even further, maybe hitting the fence, but Jordan Roberts, 2 outs, clearing the bases for the go-ahead runs.
Ground ball will do it. What a turn of events and the impact it's going to have on the leaderboard. Potentially 7-4, Team Mulipola. One more chance for Morgan Zirkle and company. Four runs for Team Mulipola in the top of the 7th to completely turn this game. Jordan Roberts, a bases clearing single.
Yeah, this is maybe her daily cup of joe right here. That's what they call her. That's her coffee shop. And this swing, she's come up big for Team Mulipola a couple of times. Of course, Aubrey Leach loves it, who's trying to climb up the leaderboard. She scored the first go-ahead run, but Jordan Roberts would clear the bases, and her teammates so pumped for her and for their team.
Savannah's down on the field with Jordan.
Thanks, Chucky. Jordan, bases loaded situation. This team has been clawing their way back. What were you looking for in that at-bat?
I've been feeling really good off of Carrie, so honestly I was just looking for anything down that I could drive really hard. I try to keep it really simple with her, and so I was just trying to keep it short and get under something.
This dugout has been electric. Do you secretly have some Daily Cup of Joe brewing? It seems like everybody's got 2 shots of espresso going.
Yes, I think that's the #1 thing that we've just tried to keep going is the energy. It gets tough. Like, these games are really hard, and the only thing you can kind of control when it's not going your way is the energy. So I love it in this dugout. It's so much fun.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thanks.
Great job by Savannah tracking down all the stars down on the field. What a moment for Jordan Roberts, who not only puts her team in the driver's seat, but good chance he just secured some MVP points.
Well, the doubleheaders have been tough for each team that's had to play them. Each team has gone through them this week, and Team Mulipola and Team Garcia went 0-2 on their doubleheader night, and now Team Zirkle finding themselves losing their first, the potential to lose their first game. 8-off walk, though. But here's the thing, Chucky, you look at this, the scoreboard is the fact in the both games of the doubleheader combined, Team Zirkle has given up 8 runs in the 7th inning. It's tough.
It was so often about the beginning of games for the other 2 teams in their doubleheaders, and for Team Zirkle, it has been the close. They were able to halt it just in time in the 7th against Team Garcia, but they lost 40-inning win points because of the runs scored late. Chance for 2. Stuart Hunter, Leach to first. Not going to get Ortez. Join the Unlimited Club as a UC Gold member to receive a softball gold box. It includes an exclusive jersey, Cat Osterman bobblehead, and more. Limited quantities available. So go for gold today at auprosports.com/membership. A jersey and a Cat Osterman bobblehead in that. Not too bad right there. Peyton St. George trying to close things down. Jesse Warren. Little ACC matchup here between the Duke Blue Devil and the Florida State Seminole. Strike 1 to Warren. 2 singles and drove in a run back in the first. Peyton St. George has retired 3 of the 4 batters she's faced. Swing and a miss. Big one for Warren. Jesse's second place to Cat Osterman in the inaugural season of Athletes Unlimited Softball. Slow roller third base line, and wisely Gano lets it roll.
And lots to be determined. The end of this game with these last points, these last at-bats, and most importantly, the MVP points that will be awarded at the end of this game.
Another 1-2. Bounces that one. Nice job by Mulipola behind the plate. Two and two. Foul straight back. A little off balance.
Pitch, yeah, hit just off the end of her bat. Jesse Warren is checking it out. And actually might have maybe broke her bat, but threw up something off the end of her bat. I don't know.
Warren sits in 6th place right now. She could move with just a single, would move up 2 spots. A double would put her in 3rd. Two, swing and a miss. Peyton St. George. A little steam there.
Yeah, trusted her spin through the zone. A rise ball. It's lower through the zone. Second out.
Last chance, Megan Wiggins. Takes strike one, the outside part of the plate. Fifth on the leaderboard. Just 13 points out of a top 3 spot. Ground ball, Vidalis. What a 7th inning from Team Mulipola. 4 runs to take the inning win points worth 20 and the game worth 50. That is a huge swing.
For that defensive play that Vic Hayward made way back in the first inning, this team has fought back to get into the game, to get some points, and man, my eyes and thought and mindset is going to Aubrey Leach and where she'll end up on the leaderboard and if she'll be a captain.
Well, still some things to be determined with those MVP points. Team Mulipola, 70 for everybody there at the end with the 20 inning wins and the game win. And a great finish for Deja Mulipola and her entire team. There's the leaderboard, just changed. Aubrey Leach sits atop the leaderboard. Nadia Taylor, Andrea Filler in second and third. MVP points, though, still to be determined.
Yeah, it might come down to those MVP points. I can't wait to see in just a few minutes how it will all pan out. Who will be drafting tomorrow.
Stay tuned to the AU Pro Sports website to see what that leaderboard looks like after the MVP points are calculated. For Savannah Collins, Amanda Scarborough, and our entire fantastic crew, I'm Chucky Kemp. Tune in Sunday at noon Eastern on ESPN2 for more Athletes Unlimited AUX Softball. Coming up next, ESPN Films presents 30 for 30 Brothers in Exile.